Hi guys, it's Hayden and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So as you can see, I have makeup on. I don't usually have makeup on when I'm filming videos. I haven't really worn makeup in my videos for a while. But I've just created this look. So yeah, I'd never wear blue. So I wanted to just like explore with some blue colours. I am going to be filming a makeup favourites video today. Just showing you like the products that I've been like really loving recently. And yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight on into the video. So the first thing I'm going to show you, I'm going to just go through like the brushes that I've been really enjoying and liking recently. 3 of them are by Morphe and 1 of them is by Real Techniques. So I'll just show you the Real Techniques one first. So this is the Real Techniques buffing brush. I use this for powder. I love it for powder. I think it just works and picks up the product really well, and it's good for buffing the powder in. So the 3 Morphe brushes I have are the Morphe M439, the E4 and the M451. So these brushes, I use this one for my foundation, I use this one for contour and this one for my highlight. It is a very good brush and they all work very well, and if you were to buy 3 brushes, I definitely recommend these 3 brushes to get. So moving on to face makeup, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 products that I want to show you. We'll start with primer. So the primer that I've been really liking at the minute is the Fenty Beauty primer. Now mine's only the mini, and I was recently testing this out, and I love it. I think it's very great for a base. Keeps it on, don't really get oily with it. I just really enjoy this primer, and if I was to recommend getting a new primer, I'd probably say this one at this moment in time, just because it's my favourite and I highly recommend. Foundation, I've been really liking. I use this one on and off. I used to just wear it in general or if I was going out, but because I really like the way this looks, it's been one of my favourites recently, and that is the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. Mine is in 21 Nude, but I really like this foundation. I think it matches really well, and I just altogether really like this foundation. It's got a really, it says it's supposed to be, it doesn't say if it's what coverage it is, but it is a hydrating serum foundation, and it hydrates. Like, I don't get dry, which some foundations tend to make me dry. This one doesn't make me dry, which is great. I've also been really liking the 24-hour brow setter by Benefit. Now, I recently again got this recent, I think I got this for my birthday, which was January, and I just really like it. I think it really sets the brows. It gives them more of a lift and a fluffier look, and it does set them for as long as possible. For the eye base, I used to just use my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, which I still swear by. However, I recently got this and I love it so much. I think it's such a good base, which is why it's the P. Louise base. I've always wanted this, but never decided to buy one. And then I checked myself a couple of weeks ago, and I've been using it ever since. And it is so good. You get so much product in these bottles, and you use like the tiniest amount and it covers both my eyes, and I just love it. I think it makes this eyeshadow set really well, and it doesn't have bad coverage either, which is great. But yeah, it makes it set really well, and it keeps the eyeshadow on for a long time, and I really like that in this base. Another thing I've been really liking as I've got it on today for contour and highlight, I use the Revolution Face Palette. I got this as a gift for my birthday from 2 of my friends, and it is just such a good palette. I first got this and I thought, them shades look a bit dark. They look like they're going to be so orange. I don't think I'd be able to wear them. But they're not. They actually blend out really well. They're like creamy but not cream. Buttery, that's the word. and they just like blend out super well, and I think this was such a good gift, and I'm so glad that I have the privilege of using this because it's very good. So the next thing I like is the lip combo that I have on it right now. Don't usually use lip liners, but I bought this one recently, and again I was like, wow, why have I not got this? So this is the Morphe T-Sweet lip liner, or colour pencil. Just looks like this, and then I use it with the Jeffree Star Christmas Cookie lipstick, and again, I don't usually use lip combos, but this one is great and I love it so much, and I'm going to be using this for a long time. So the last two things I have are eyeshadow palettes. Now, these two are both Morphe eyeshadow palettes. As promised you, this video is not sponsored by Morphe, although I wish it was. Yes, I have two palettes by Morphe. I'm going to show you the 3503 Face by Nature Morphe palette. I did have the original 350 palette, so this is the 3503 palette. I haven't used this a hell of a lot. I've only used it a couple times, but again, it blends out really well. If you just look at the colours, like, look how pretty they are. Like, this is such a me palette. Obviously, this is completely different to what I usually wear, but me palette is like bit of green, just fair, boom. But reds, oranges, pinks, and browns are my thing, and I really like this palette. And then the last thing that I want to show you is the palette I used today to create this look. It's the James Charles X Morphe palette, or Morphe X James Charles, whatever you want to call it. You'll be able to tell that I have used this palette a hell of a lot. She's been through a lot. But she is such a great palette. You can get the mini, but why get the mini when you can get this huge palette? It's just beautiful. I remember when I treated myself to this and I was just like, yes. And I'm so glad I did, because it's such a pretty coloured palette. They blend out super nicely, and I don't really need to say much about this because you've probably heard so much about it, and it's just such a great palette. So that is everything I want to show you for today. I hope you like this video. I hope you like to see what my favourite products are recently. I'll try and link them all below so you can look at them and stuff with the prices. So that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you next time for a brand new video. Bye guys.